Hi, I'm Stephanie Rose. Today we're here to show you how to make pancakes, and I'm going to start with the classic griddle cake, which is why I have a beautiful griddle here. And if you don't have a griddle, it's okay because you could also use a griddle pan or a regular frying pan. Non-stick works best. We're going to start with our basic ingredients that you probably have in your pantry. We have about 1.5 cups of flour, 3 tablespoons of sugar. We have some salt and definitely some baking powder, 1 3/4 teaspoons to be exact. I have 3 tablespoons of melted butter, which is key, easy enough to do in your microwave. I have 1 cup plus a little bit extra of milk, and I have 2 eggs, 2 whole eggs actually, but I have separated out 1 egg white that we're going to mix up later. So now let's get started. First, what I want to do is combine all of my dry ingredients, and I'm going to just put it on parchment, and then what I'm going to do is put it all through the sieve so we have nicely sifted ingredients. I've got the salt, and I've got the baking powder. Now always make sure that your baking powder is fresh. If you have a can and it sits around in your pantry for a year or even a few months, it won't work. And actually there is a note on the back, best if used by January 2010. But if it's opened, it will not last forever. Okay, now I'm going to take my bowl, put my little sieve in the bowl, and I take my parchment. Makes it easier to transport my ingredients and pour it right into my little sifter. If you don't have one of these sifters, just a regular sieve is fine. It works. You just bang on the side of it, and we sift away and bang on the side of it. Okay, now I'm going to combine my wet ingredients. I've got my eggs, my milk. I'm just going to hold out a little bit. Don't want it to be too watery. My butter. Let me whisk this up a bit. Not too much, but you want it so it's fully combined. And now I'm going to pour this in to the flour. And beat that up. You don't need to mix it too much. Don't be afraid of lumpy lumps. If you mix it too much, you'll have some tough pancakes and not fluffy ones. Lovely. Now I'm going to set that aside. You can see the baking powder is already starting to act, and that's what you want it to do. It's creating bubbles. Now, since I don't usually have time to let my batter rest, I'm going to give it a kickstart by whisking one. I started with 2 eggs, and I actually separated one of them, and so to the egg white. And I'm going to beat them up. And you could do this in a copper bowl, which would probably be a little bit faster, but it's only 1 egg white, so I should be able to beat it up, and it doesn't have to be totally stiff peak. Doesn't have to be stiff peak, so this is perfect. And I'm just going to bang the whisk, and not the bowl. If you bang the bowl, you're going to be losing some of your air, so we don't want to do that. Okay, now I'm just going to fold the egg whites into the batter. Excuse me. Ooh, yeah. Perfect. And folding, you're cutting into the batter and moving the ingredients over itself. So you're cutting it in. Classic fold. I have set my griddle to 350 degrees, so I hope that's not too hot. I mean, you do want it a little bit hot, but not too hot. And I just find it easiest to use one of my measuring cups, because I find 1/3 of a cup is really the perfect quantity for the perfect size pancake. So, cooking our perfect, let's hope, perfect pancakes. Putting the batter on quickly. Wipe your hands off. The griddle is on 350. It doesn't take very long. What you will see is the bubbles starting to pop. And the more bubbles that are popping, the closer it is to being ready. And you want them a beautiful golden brown. And you know, the first pancakes that you do, the first one, it's never any good. So, but actually this is not our first one, so it should be perfect. Sometimes I like to add fruit to my pancakes, or lots of people do. You can either add blueberries or here, bananas. I love bananas, and what I love about them in the pancake is when I flip it over, the bananas sweeten up because they caramelize on the bottom. So, and the blueberries are lovely, and they're so cute, and you could make little smiley faces for the kids. I don't put the blueberries in the batter, because if you do, it makes the batter kind of a strange color. And then what we're going to do when it's done is we're going to place it on a tray that you could put covered with a linen, and you could put that in the oven and keep it about 200 degrees. And don't stack up the pancakes, because when you stack them up, the steam makes them kind of flappy. So you know, you want them to be sturdy. So you just spread them out, and then you can keep them warm that way for when you're ready to serve it. Now you know how to make the perfect pancake. And next we're going to show you how to make the perfect French crepe.